understand you two. This one will throw the anchor child out as soon as she sees it. It's a miracle she hasn't thrown you out yet. We need to find another place to stay eventually.
Where will I go, Lucas? Lady Life owns all the apartments in this part of Berlin. She threw me, as you say. She won't let me run loft anywhere else.
Evangeline, can you get her to the orphanage on the other side of town, maybe?
I'm still too weak, and I have no money for a carriage. Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to take her without missing work. I'd lose my job.
How about you, Elias? Can you make the journey?
I work 7 days per week. I can't make the journey either.
Nor can I. I have my own family to care for.
Oh, won't you just marry me, Elias?
You know I can't do that. As much as you drive me crazy, Evangeline, you know that would condemn us both. A gypsy and a Jew, we're hated here. We're Germans, hated by our fellow Germans.
So my daughter will die? Our daughter will die?
What about the nunnery? Or the church? Later,
they're as wicked as the Chancellor himself. They won't help her in her state, especially not as a gypsy, nor a Jew, nor a mutt child. They all hate our kind, Lucas.
Can you not pawn that watch, Elias? My cousin is a slimy worm, but he has a pawn shop downtown.
It's not about the money, Lucas. You know that. We could have 500 marks to give this woman, and she would still throw out my Evangeline.
So there's truly nothing to be done.
I hate that woman. I hate her more than anyone in this world.
Our poor daughter.
She's going to pay for this.
She hasn't done anything. Perhaps wait till she has.
The damage might as well have been done. You know what she does to people like us, Lucas. She's bought up the ghetto. I will have nowhere to go. I will remain stuck here, toiling away, while Evangeline is cast out into the street and filtered down with the grime of Berlin into oblivion.
Oh, God.
Thank you, lights. Lights up.
Please, Mrs. Light, I have the money for rent. You received it. My payment was made in full. On time.
You really think I'm gonna let you back in, Evangeline? I don't need some greasy gypsy spinster with a mutt child sticking up my building.
Have mercy. Please, Mrs. Light. I can find a new place to stay. I just need some time.
I am the lady of these apartments. My word is law. I don't make exceptions.
Can't see the face.
Especially not for greasy gypsy spinsters, right?
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Quit your blubbering. Maybe if you wanted a child to last through the winter, you should have put a ring on that finger. Or go on with one of those caravans or cartels. That's what you people do, isn't it?
You are sick.
No! You are sick. There's enough brats in Berlin as it is. This is a good German city. I aim to keep it clean.
My poor child.
Save it. Accept your lot and get on with your life.
What life? You are taking away my only chance at life. My daughters.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you wrote your contract.
You do me one small mercy, Mrs. Blythe.
What's that?
Could you call me a carriage? Get my poor child somewhere safe. The orphanage is on the other side of the city, so is the nursery. I want to drop my child off so that she might live. No! Please, no! Help me! You old crumb! Have mercy! Have mercy! My child!
Lights.
Miss Blythe, come in. I've been waiting for you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lowe.
Miss Blythe, can I just doing a cup of tea, maybe?
I'm afraid not, Elias. You make a dreadful cup.
Oh, well, I thought they just...
I'm here to inspect the room. The
sure that you had much more important matters to attend to. Mrs. Blythe, it looks like you've raised the rent again?
Yes, I had to. You see, I'm trying to build a kitchen in the lobby to the loft to bring in some patronage. I had to raise the prices of some of the tenants.
Wait, so not all of us?
Well, I wouldn't dream of charging my more respectable renters higher costs. Some people move elsewhere.
So why are you raising my rent? I can barely afford food at this rate. I'm already struggling to survive as it is, Mrs. Blythe. What am I to do?
That is simply not my problem, Elias. If you can't afford food, don't come to me. Either pay your rent and stay, or live out on the streets. It's your choice.
Mrs. Blythe, surely we can come to an understanding here. You've raised costs by 30-some%, and I'm one of your best tenants. My room is always clean. You've never had to complain about me, and I paid for repairs in my room. What about the Armentino family?
What, are you mad? The Argentinos are my wealthiest tenants.
Exactly. They can afford fancy petticoats and expensive carriage rides. They can afford it.
And risk a complaint from them? I'm afraid not. This is not a discussion, Elias. You have your bill, figure it out. That's what you Jews do, isn't it? You always find a way to come out by the skin of your teeth, even if you try our hardest to do away with you.
It's been months. I haven't seen or heard from Evangeline. Oh, God, what's
Lights.
become of her? Of my child. Oh, God, guide them back to me. Berlin cannot be so vast that they are lost forever. Let her find me. I cannot go on living in a world without her. Oh, God Almighty, let me see my girl. I will pass by the slum on my way to work today. Surely, she must be somewhere.
Yes. Lights. Yeah, it's not closed on there. Close it. Yeah.
Evangeline?
Elias!
It's been so long. Where's our child?
Eli! Come! She... I left her on the doorstep. Eli! Oh, God! Eli! I picked her up, and she had gone to hide.
And lights.
She raised my rent again, Lucas.
You too? For Christ's sakes, man. I can't feed my little girl anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Mrs. Blythe has us both under her thumb. We've got nowhere to go. She owns all the apartments in this quarter of the city.
It's ridiculous.
Oh. You know what she told me today? As though there were nothing wrong with what she was saying. She told me how she wouldn't raise the rent on the wealthier tenants. She said, in no uncertain terms, what are you, mad, Elias? I can't raise the Argentinos' rent.
Are you joking? The Argentinos own a huge penthouse. Theodore Argentino just bought a factory. It's a bunkhouse where we live, for crying out loud.
Lucas, maybe it's a sin, but I hate this woman.
Here, here.
I hate her more than anyone in this world. More than the Kaiser, more than Bismarck himself. I hate this woman.
Truly?
Truly, Lucas. She is a pox on us. She bleeds us. She knows that she bleeds us, and she takes joy in it.
That she does. But my question has always been why? Why does she enjoy it?
She enjoys the power, Lucas. Her kind, they've always enjoyed the power. It was about 2 months ago that they threw Evangeline out into the street. And for what, Lucas?
Tell me, Elias.
Because she didn't want a gypsy living in her building. And when she had a child, Mrs. Blythe had enough.
She's a despicable worm.
There are many encounters that I have had with that woman where if I had a pistol in my jacket, I would have ended her miserable life on the spot.
Watch what you say, Elias. I hate this woman too, but I can't condone that kind of talk.
Have you seen Evangeline as of late, Lucas?
No, I'm afraid not.
That's because she couldn't stay here anymore. Mrs. Blythe had the coppers harassing her to no end to keep her filth out of the neighborhood. I couldn't find her. I couldn't see her. It was only just today on my way to work that finally she found me at last.
Tell me, Elias. Is she alright?
No. God, no.
Okay.
The little girl died, Lucas. It was just too cold. Nobody would take them in. She said that people laughed at them, spat on them. She tried to do horrible things just to afford food or some medicine. But it wasn't enough.
What happened is truly awful, Elias. A chain of events I want to wish upon Napoleon himself. But this is the problem with the 19th century, my friend. We're living in the modern world. It's a cruel and horrible society for people like me. And worse, 1,000 times more for people like you and Evangeline.
Then let us pray that the socialists can do something about the problem. But you nor I can join the socialists. We cannot solve the problem, Lucas, but we can exact justice.
Now you talk as though you have some plan.
And what if I did, Lucas? What if I did?
God, man, keep your voice down.
Keep my voice down. That was my daughter, Lucas. This woman murdered her.
But is it really like that? Lady Blythe is hardly the first landlord of Germany to throw out a gypsy into the streets. And she won't be the last. This won't solve anything, Elias.
How many has this woman killed by choice? How much blood has she got on her hands? At what point should something be done about it?
I don't know, Elias.
How many more will there be? How much more will she get away with? Will you help me with one small thing, Lucas?
What?
I have no money, but I need a firearm.
I'm afraid I can't help you.
Your cousin is a pawnbroker, yes?
A dirty Jew-hating cheat like Blythe, but yes. Yes, he is.
Would he carry a pistol?
For a hefty price, sure, but I don't think you should really do this, Elias. No, I won't shed a tear while reading Lady Blythe's obituary in the paper, but to kill somebody in cold blood, we may have different ways of going about it, but we all pray to the same God Almighty. When Moses had killed the Pharaoh for what he did to the Israelites, would Cain be innocent? Had Abel sinned first? Did any of your great rabbis kill their oppressors for vengeance? Think of your faith, Elias.
My faith has failed me. Your words are kind, but I do not heed them. This is my battle to fight. And I pray that you never have to know the pain of losing your child. But if you did, don't you think that you would do the same?
I don't know. I want nothing to do with it. As much as I feel for you and Evangeline, if you do this, I can't speak to you anymore.
Fine. Just tell me where your cousin's shop is.
Halfway up the Samson Promenade, Wilhelm's pawn store. Farewell at last, Elias.
And linger here. And lights. Alright, same change. Attention there. Yes? Yeah. Alright, then slice.
Hello. Good day.
Good day, my friend. What can I help you with?
Well, you see, I need a weapon. I was told that you carry some.
As well as pawnbrokers, not you do carry some weapons. What sort of purpose do you need it for?
Well, you see, I'm traveling to Stuttgart next week via the roads. I cannot afford a train fare, and I want to ensure that I will be protected on my journey.
Why not use the money for the pistol to buy the train fare?
Because I don't have money.
Then, pardon me, what purpose would my services be to you?
Well, you see, Mr. Wilhelm, I was hoping that you could help me in that regard. You see, while I may not have money, I do have a watch. It was my grandfather's. I have no need for sentiment, but I do for a weapon. It's a first edition from a shop in Schmettingen, a fine craft by Johannes Schneckler. He has since passed, and some of his early timepieces have become collector's items. It could fetch me a nice price, or if you catch my meaning, fetch you a nice price. I could leave the watch here on the counter if you left, say, a pistol and a dozen cartridges.
Now, Mr.
You can call me Lucas.
Mr. Lucas. What a coincidence. I have a cousin in the city named Lucas.
Small world.
Would you allow me to take a look at this watch?
Oh, yes, yes, of course. You are.
A nice gold case on this one. I thought of brass at first, and I recognize the maker's signature on it. Tell you what, this watch, as well as 15 marks, and the pistol is yours.
15 marks! That watch is worth 50 on its own. Do you mean to tell me that you don't have a pistol and cartridges worth 50 marks?
I mean to tell you nothing, Mr. Lucas. Scarce few men would dare make such a deal, so consider your next words carefully.
I have put 6 marks to my name, Mr. Wilhelm.
I won't take less than 10. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll lend you 4 marks for that coat you wear, and you can buy the pistol.
Okay.
But for 10 marks, I will only give you 3 cartridges.
Fine. Just take it.
You ready on the grand gauge?
Pleasure doing business.
Open it. Oh yeah, set up the bar. Fire there. Take your time.
Is this the man I am? To end this life? Am I to be the judge, jury, and headsman? This woman who has harmed so many and cast aside the meek, does she deserve my mercy? Or is it foolish to have this doubt? Should I leave it all alone and let her lie?
What?
Or strike her down, kill her now, sentence her to die?
Asher what? Find Asher.
Is
Get
Lucas
newspaper.
right? Will she get her comeuppance?
That's your number.
At
one
last,
priority.
will she face cosmic justice? With or without my blade? Or is there not but wealth and power in store for her ahead?
What?
She is the master of hundreds of workers, peasants and slaves, under her heel. What birthright?
Yes. Not one.
What creed? What makes her justified? Where is the justice in her control over all of our lives?
Do you think you could unlock the back door so we could do that just
At
right now?
last, will she come through my door
Where
and
at?
show me some way to help me? will she come to her trial now and grovel and pray? And will I, as judge, decide to let her be, to let her go, to give her a chance to redeem herself? Or will I stay steadfast and strong and exact the justice that she deserves? This woman, this wretch, this horrible creature, what does she deserve, and who is to say? The courts? The Rio judges? The juries of her peers? The other crooked landlords, noble and proud? All with blood. The same blood on their hands. Are they to decide that she should go free? To continue to impose misery and death upon those of us who built the world around them? What will I do?
Don't put it out
If
just
she
yet.
enters my chamber and shows some humanity to me, what will I do? I will kill her.
Yes, this is the spots.
Mrs. Blythe?
What seems to be the issue, Mr. Lowe?
Gives them time to tire out. I'm happy about this. No, I'm happy about it.
Oh, she's alive.
Lights.
What do you want with me, you animal?
You dare call me an animal? What gall?
What? Are you gonna kill me now? Do it, you cretin. You won't get away with it.
Maybe not, Mrs. Blythe. But do you know something?
What's that?
You won't get away with what you've done.
What are you talking about?
You're a monster, Mrs. Blythe. You've got blood on your hands.
What, that gypsy rat Evangeline and her noble half-Jew daughter? So what? Who cares? She only has herself to blame.
You really think so? Truly, you have no remorse.
For the people I evict? Of course not. If they don't deserve my service, they don't deserve it. I decide.
These people can't survive without you. You know that. You own every scrap of rentable property in this quarter of the city. It's your domain.
And who's to say that's not the way things should be? You? Are you the one to judge our country? You who holds a gun to my head? You who amounted to nothing? You, a slimy Jew, cavorting with a filthy gypsy. While you were busy breeding more filth with Prussia, I built an empire. A woman on my own.
You built an empire on suffering and malice. You're horrible.
Oh, brother, save it for somebody who cares. I've had my own share of suffering. I've had to deal with pain too. Who are you to decide what kind of woman I am? Are your hands clean of sin?
I can't say that, Mrs. Blythe. But what I can say is that I've tried my best to live a fair life, and that I've never made a buck off of somebody's death.
You really think I want those people to die out there on the streets? Are you so dull? I don't make money when those people die, but things are a little bit easier when they're out of my way. If I fill up my properties with miscreants and rogues, I'm gonna lose all my wealthy tenants. I'm gonna have dead babies and prostitutes cluttering my rooms. I kick out the people who can't take care of themselves to make room for those who can.
Do you know what it's like to be in the shoes of a leper or a strumpet gone to the bad? Of course not, Mrs. Blythe. You've never been in their shoes.
And I've never cared to. The way I see it, those people deserve to be where they are, and I deserve to be where I am.
And who is to make that judgment?
Who is to make judgment on the babies that you throw out into the street? Who is to answer for the death of Evangeline's child, of my child?
Do you feel
sure not to
Pointing
let
that
the
weapon at
gunshot
me?
play.
Is this all a game to do away with your own guilt?
My guilt. My guilt for what? My
Pause the
faith?
first one,
My
so the
faith
earlier
has
times.
failed me.
Yeah.
My compassion
So that
has failed
not
me.
doing
And this
essentially
revenge,
that
this
happens.
revenge will surely fail me too. But I would rather die with your blood staining my hands than go on sharing the earth with the likes of you.
I don't think you're capable. You're gonna ransom me, aren't you? Aren't you?
That would be more than you deserve.
What do you want from me? A house? Job? Money? What do you want?
I want you to die!
No! God, no! Please, no! Somebody help!
Okay, lights. Next cue.
Extra, extra! Read all about it! Local landlady, beloved by many, was found dead on the rooftop of her building in the eastern quarter. The Lady Blythe, murdered in cold blood. Investigation underway. Real estate empire being broken up among the Blythe family heirs. Could you blame him? A man hated by society, like so many others. Finally fed up when the worst comes to fruition. Would you trust the lying judges and lawyers to deliver you justice when they too hate you for breathing? When they see the crimes foisted on you as business as usual? When it's up to a jury to decide the fate of those who victimize you, wouldn't it be a jury of people just like the perpetrator of your injustice? Would you stand idly by, or would you exact your own justice? Even if it will change the world.
Lights down. That was quick to the right. Straight away at left. Music. Start the music. Oh no. I did this is so good. Oh, it is? You can turn it up quite a bit. Dancing, get in here. We're not far enough in here.